don't win anymore. We don't make good deals anymore.
My philosophy on radical Islamic terrorism is very simple. We win, they lose.
The world is fiscally responsible. We took leadership positions. We were innovative.
We want the free world.
We are going to make America great again.
This country will rid our planet of ISIS.
We have to look at ISIS as the leading threat of an international terror.
Now, let's meet our candidates. Please welcome the Senator from Texas, Joshua Sanders. You can see his aortic pulse, so you know his heart is still beating, despite how ancient he looks.
Thank you. Thank you. Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Now, for our next candidate, if his policy scares you to death, don't worry because he's medically licensed. Dr. Andy Carson. From Mexico, please welcome the spicy and tantalizing, yet oddly terrifying second year, Senator Jorge Cruz. He's loud, he's brash, and he wants to be an orthopod, so he thinks he's better than you. Please welcome MSTP Mr. Chris Trump. And finally, you've known her for the past 23 years as America's sweetheart. Please welcome former Secretary of State, Aaron Rodham Clinton. Will Mr. Trump please come out to the stage? Oh, right, and Dr. Carson, we forgot about you down there. Please come to the stage as well. And welcome to this debate between the 5 remaining candidates for the position of Dean of Washington University School of Medicine. My name is Nurbay Jain, and I will be your moderator tonight. The rules of this debate are simple. I will ask each candidate a question, and they will have a chance to respond. Other candidates may rebut in an order that I will determine on the spot. When Mr. Trump begins yelling at everybody indiscriminately, I will shrug my shoulders and allow this to continue, because it brings great ratings. Senator Cruz, we have a very diverse group of candidates up here. What makes you stand out amongst them as our next dean?
Well, first of all, I don't even know why Mr. Trump is here. It's not like he's presidential material.
Wrong. Real smart coming from this person, alien from another country.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Senator Cruz, are you legally able to run for position of Dean of WUSM, given your questionable birth status as an American citizen?
Yeah, sure. I'm a U.S. citizen. Yeah, sure.
We believe that as much as we believe you aren't the Zodiac killer.
I'd really like to weigh in on that too.
Senator Sanders, you have made it a focus of your stump speech to discuss the inequality between the MSTP students and the MD students here at WashU. What specific gaps do you see between the two types of students, and how does Sanders' administration plan to address them?
Yeah, I can answer that.
It's been far too long. It has been far too long. I have seen the gap grow between the treatments of the MDs and the MSTPs. They represent only 1% of our class, yet they receive more free food sessions than any of us. It's unbelievable. There's a huge gap between us, and when I'm elected Dean of the Medical School, I will demolish this gap.
If you want to revolt, join me. I'm going to tear down these WashU insiders. And the first step is to keep those illegal SLU students off our property. They come over and use our printers, take our free food. There's only one solution. I'm going to build a great wall. And no one builds walls better than me. Believe me, I build them very inexpensively. I will build a great, great wall. And make SLU pay for that wall. Mark my words. And nobody works tougher in the gym than I do. I could build it with just my hands. My hands are huge.
My hands are huge too.
Dr. Carson, please be quiet. So, Secretary Clinton, you've recently been accused of forwarding your emails from your WUSM account to Gmail. potentially compromising the PMH security of WashU, how can we, the patients, have faith in your ability to keep our medical information safe and secure?
Faith is an interesting word, Nerve. How can we have faith in our email system when we can't even have faith in our POM course schedule to schedule classes correctly? When we
wait. She probably doesn't even believe in God or in keeping medical information private. So, as a physician, I'm appalled by what she's done.
You know, back to my main point. When we have bullies like Mr. Trump over here and this Dr. Carson, are we sure he's even a doctor, trying to kick out SLU students for being different? When I did my OA rotation at Hopkins, I talked about all of these issues.
What I want to know, Mrs. Clinton, is where are those transcripts? Why have you been keeping them a secret from the American people?
There's nothing I want to hide, Senator Sanders, in response to these various fishing expeditions of yours. I just don't think it's fair to demand me to release my transcripts while every one of you has been hiding some major things, especially you, Mr. Trump.
Well, since you brought up Hopkins, when I was chief of neurosurgery at Johns Hopkins, I learned many valuable lessons, such as...
Dr. Carson, nobody cares.
Excuse me? I was chief of neurosurgery at Hopkins.
I don't care.
You haven't let me speak once. Ask me a question.
Okay, Dr. Carson. You've been quoted to have said that the SNHC buildings were built as a grain storage device, and that the fact that you tried to stab a close relative of yours when you were younger giving an abdominal exam is a credit to your character. Why should we care about what you think about policy?
People should trust what I say, because everything I learn is from the good book. And in that book...
You know, Secretary Clinton? We can... Dr.
Yes?
Carson, please be quiet. Secretary Clinton.
Yes, Mr. Jane?
Recent polls have shown that you suffer from a lack of enthusiasm from young people. Why do you think that is?
You know, I'm going to be out there trying to get the young people's votes and working to show them that I care just as much about making medical school affordable as Senator Sanders, but I have real plans to make that happen. And also, isn't it about time we've had a woman dean of WashU School of Medicine?
No, sir. No, sir. Ma'am, I mean that most respectfully, Mrs. Clinton. No, sir. Ma'am, I mean that most respectfully. When I am elected Dean of the United States School of Medicine, the WashU School of Medicine, I will nationalize the banking system. Furthermore, I will nationalize the grocery stores. No more will we have the Trader Joe's and the Snooks. No more will we have the Whole Foods and the Piggly Wiggly. We will have the Soviet grocery store of Washington University School of Medicine.
They may be feeling the burn, Senator Sanders, but hashtags and retweets do not equal votes. And I have many million more of those than you.
I was going north of Del Mar Loop to talk with the people at the Taco Bell. Mr. Cruz, I know you're a fan. So I was there talking in the Taco Bell, eating in the Taco Bell amongst the people, amongst the 99%. And let me tell you one thing about the people of Taco Bell. When they go home at night, they are truly feeling the burn. Thank you.
So, Senator Zodiac, Senator Cruz, former Speaker of the House, John Boehner, has commented that you are not the best person to work with during your time in Congress together. How do you respond to these allegations of being unlikable?
That's ludicrous. I'm likable.
Wrong. Name me 3 people who like you.
There's my wife.
That's wrong.
My mother.
Wrong.
Dr. Glass.
Very wrong.
And, of course, my daughter. Come here, sweetie. Let me give you a kiss.
A definite wrong. It looks like she thinks you're a kissing bug. Trypanosoma cruzi has never been more accurate.
All right. It seems that this debate has been as useless as ever. Doesn't bother me. I get more money the more insults there are.
Whoa, wait here, little boy. I have one last thing to say. First of all, I have spent a lot of time in the gym. I mean, I'm huge. And we're going to apply what I've learned in the gym industry to Wash U. I'll build that wall and make SLU pay for it. We'll get our SPs and we'll make Wash U huge again.
There's only one cure for what ails this great medical school, and that is a pico spritzer of revolution. Thank you.